All right, let's talk about something that hits every single one of us right where it hurts, the wallet. I'm talking about that monthly energy bill. We're going to break down how a few really clever devices can, stop that cash drain and basically turn your home into this automated money-saving machine. So, you ready to see how your house can actually start working for you for a change? Let's dive in.
So, first up, a question that I am pretty sure we can all relate to. You know that feeling? You open that bill every single month, you see the number, and you have to wonder, where is all this money going? It feels like this constant uphill battle, doesn't it?
Okay, I want you to just look at this number for a second. $900. Just let that sink in. What do you think that represents? And no, it's not your total energy cost for the entire year. It's actually way more specific than that.
That's right, the average American household spends over $900 a year just on heating and cooling. I mean, think about that. That's nearly half your total energy bill. It's kind of like paying for a fancy coffee every single day of the year just to keep your house from being too hot or too cold. So here's the bottom line. If we want to save some serious money, this is exactly where we have to start.
Okay, so let's tackle that biggest bill head on. It is time to hire a new boss for your home's temperature. And this boss, well, it's laser focused on one thing: saving you cash. And here it is, the smart thermostat. Honestly, this is probably the single most impactful first step you can take. Think of it like a personal assistant for your heating and cooling. Its entire job is to learn your routine and, most importantly, stop you from wasting money heating or cooling a totally empty house. It's proof that saving energy isn't about being uncomfortable. Not at all. It's about being smarter. So how does it work its magic? Well, this is way beyond just programming a simple schedule. No. It learns when you wake up, when you leave, when you get home. It can even use your phone's location to know when the house is empty. Some of the newer ones even have room-specific sensors, so you're only paying to make the rooms you're actually in comfortable. I mean, come on, that's just pure efficiency right there.
And the payoff? It's huge. We're talking about independent studies showing average savings of 10 to 12% on heating and a solid 15% on cooling. That's not just a guess, That is real, documented savings from actual users year after year. That's real money back in your pocket.
But hey, your thermostat has a really powerful partner in this fight. Let's talk about your windows for a minute. Automated blinds, or smart blinds, they actually work with the sun. They can turn it from this energy-wasting problem into a totally free, natural heater in the winter or a powerful heat blocker in the summer. And the impact here is just massive. Get this. They can slash heat loss in the winter by over 40%. 40! And then they can turn around and block up to 60% of that nasty, unwanted summer sun. So what's the bottom line? You could cut your total heating and cooling cost by up to a quarter. A whole quarter. That's incredible. Okay, so we've tackled the big, obvious energy monster. But what about the silent assassins? The little things that drain your wallet in the dark when you're not even looking. Yep, we're going hunting for energy vampires. So this is vampire power, sometimes called phantom load. It's the electricity your devices are sipping, 24/7, even when you think they're turned off. And trust me, it is not a small amount. This can account for a staggering 5 to 10% of your total household energy use. That's just wasted money. And here are the usual suspects. I want you to think about your entertainment center right now. You know that little glowing light on your TV and cable box? Or your home office setup with the computer and printer. They're all culprits. Every single one of them is just constantly pulling power from the wall, even when you're not using them.
So how do we slay these vampires? Well, it's actually with a really simple, really effective weapon, the smart plug. It's basically a gatekeeper for your electricity. You just plug it into the wall, then plug your device into it, and boom. You now have the power to completely cut the electricity on a schedule or, just with a tap of a button on your phone.
Without these little guys, that constant silent drain can easily add up to over $100 a year. But with a smart plug in place, the power is completely cut off. The drain is stopped, dead in its tracks. Okay, saving money on your monthly bills is awesome, right? But smart tech can also protect you from something way, way more expensive, a full-blown home disaster. So now we're going to shift gears from efficiency to protection. This right here is a smart water leak detector. Seriously, it's like having a 24/7 security guard for your entire plumbing system. And it's not just looking for big, gushing burst pipes. No. This thing is sensitive enough to detect tiny, tiny leaks. We're talking as small as a single drop per minute. So picture this. A pipe bursts while you're away on vacation. This device doesn't just send you a little notification. No, it can automatically shut off your home's main water line all by itself, preventing what could be catastrophic damage. It even learns your family's normal water usage, so it knows instantly when something's not right. But does it actually work? Well, according to data from one of the big manufacturers, installing one of these systems decreases water damage claim events by, wait for it, an incredible 96%. Let me say that again, 96%. That's not just about saving money anymore. That is about saving your home.
Okay, this all sounds great. I know, this tech is powerful, but it's not free. So let's get to the question that's probably on your mind right now. What's the return on investment? When do these gadgets actually start paying you back?
Well, the results are actually pretty exciting. Let's break it down. That smart thermostat, it can pay for itself in as little as 6 months. Seriously. Those little smart plugs we use to slay the energy vampires, you'll see a return in under a year. Even the automated blinds, which are a bigger investment, yeah, they start paying you back in just 1 to 3 years. And the water detector, well, that thing pays for itself the very first time it prevents a disaster that could have cost you thousands and thousands of dollars.
So where do you even begin? I get it. Seeing all this can feel a little overwhelming. But here's the good news. You absolutely do not have to do it all at once. The key is to just start small, and you'll still save big.
Here's a super simple 4-phase plan. Let's call it your Smart Start plan. Phase 1, in the first month, just install a smart thermostat. That's your biggest and fastest win right out of the gate. Then, a couple months later, add some smart plugs to your entertainment center or home office. Later on, maybe you can consider automated blinds for a key room like the living room. And finally, when your budget allows, you add that smart water detector for total peace of mind. It's just a simple, step-by-step way to build a smarter, more efficient home without breaking the bank.
And really, this quote just sums up the whole idea perfectly. The future of home energy isn't about, sitting in a cold, dark house just to save a few bucks. No way. It's about being smarter with what you use, using technology to eliminate waste so you can be comfortable and save money at the same time.
So I'm going to leave you with this one last thought. We usually think of our home expenses as a one-way street, right? Money just flows out. But with these kinds of tools, that can actually change. So just ask yourself this. What if your home could start paying you back?